Hello and welcome to another Warcraft casting commentary shoutcasting thing of things. That's right. And this is game 2 of the WFDC match between Thu, who is spawning as the pink human, allied with Yumiko spawning as the pink human, and they're of course both on the bottom side of this map, versus Dafei spawning as the red orc, allied with Hainiu spawning as the red night elf, and they're both on the top side of the map. So this is a top versus bottom, red versus pink kind of thing. In fact, that's exactly what this is. Last game was quite intense, so we'll see where this game will go. Very, very impressive games, I gotta say. Either way we look at it, no matter who wins this game, this is a best of 3. Oh, what an intense game, I gotta say. It did a number on my throat. It's like, whew, you talk so much. I did. But yeah, so we do see this is a scout going on from Hainiu, and again, it's probably like Hainiu, or Hainiu? I don't know. I give up. I'm butchering the name enough. I don't want to butcher it too much. Over here, we do see Yumiko doing the Archmage. We do see, again, a double Archmage, and we're going to see the Keeper of the Grove as well as the Blade Master this time. So it looks like we're going to be seeing maybe some early just hunt build right here. Maybe we'll see a Huntress Hall go down as well as, let's see, Ancient of Wars. I'm assuming we might see a double Huntress here, but with a Keeper of the Grove, we probably will end up seeing maybe just a single Huntress or maybe a single Ancient of War. But we'll find out. We will find out. You can really do either one. Both of them are perfectly viable ways to play with Keeper of the Grove. But we do see over here at this base, we do see the Blade Master is about to come out, and there's the Grunt. And perhaps we're going to see again, looks like we're going to see another perhaps very fast expansion from Yumiko and Thu. And that was it worked out pretty well for him last game. However, it was on Lost Temple, which would be pretty much the kind of map you would expect to see that on. On this map, however, you don't normally expect to see that, so maybe they'll be able to surprise our opponents, and perhaps Dafei is just going to come down here, perhaps looking. But it looks like that might not be the case. We do have Hainiu coming down over here, so maybe they both know that's exactly what they're expecting to see. And if it wasn't, it wouldn't matter because they have been able to scout this out now. So we do have, of course, Yumiko just kind of sticking around here with his units, and especially with his hero just kind of orbiting around, just, you know, waiting to see what they're going to be able to do here. And we do have a speed scroll as well as entangle, so they may very well be able to take down Thu's Archmage right here. We will find out here in just a moment. We do see a lot of damage being on Thu. Is he actually gone ahead and been surrounded? Not quite, but it won't really matter. Speed scroll going off, and he's going to be forced to TP away. Is he going to take any of his peons? Absolutely not. They were queued into the gold mine, which allowed them to not be teleported. And now as you see that this is Thu's hero running away immediately, not wanting to be found by these heroes. Is he going to take an unconventional path? We may very well see him do that, but he also wants to get to this shop so he can buy boots as well as a staff of teleportation. And they will need to get a shop up at some point so they can buy healing scrolls as well as clarities for their heroes and to get him back to full life. In the meantime, we will actually go ahead and see him sell that Ring of Protection +3 is what I believe it was, and he has to wait to buy the boots because they haven't quite spawned yet. And there he goes and goes ahead and buys the boots. Here we do see down here, as the expansion goes up, we do have the Grunt and the Blade Master picking off peasants. Kind of surprised he didn't kill them with 3 HP, but he does want to go ahead and say that, you know what, this Archmage over here is a much bigger target, a much more rewarding target, and we might see a TP from him, and it looks like he's going to go down and just tank the death. Does not want to lose his footman right here from this fight, and he's going to go ahead and see that the Blade Master is forced to TP. Here we just see the Keeper of the Grove running with a Huntress, and let's see, that is a double AOW push. Definitely makes sense given the amount of advantage they were able to push right there. However, with all these footmen, it looks like they are beginning to be overwhelmed just a little bit right there. And here we do see, actually, it looks like Yumiko's Archmage is coming back out. And let's see, can we find... looking for Thu's hero. Do you see it anywhere? Because I don't see that anywhere. Here it is. Looks like he has probably staff down here or something. He's by that shop, just waiting to go ahead and pick that up. And we just see an Ancient Protector from Hainiu actually right outside of Thu's base. Thu going ahead and putting up a scout tower right there. He's going to go ahead and try to begin to upgrade that. That would have been a good move to deal with this Ancient Protector. However, it looks like it's going to go down, and Thu is teching right now, but he does have Huntresses beating on his hallway, on his town hall, as it goes ahead and techs up into the keep. If we look over here, we can see that Yumiko has come in with his footmen, but again, footmen against Huntresses doesn't really work unless you have a significant amount. And we do see this is Yumiko's Archmage without the blade, the boots of speed, and we do see Dafei's Blade Master with the boots of speed. Of course, Thu's Archmage again does have the boots of speed as well. Here we do see that Hainiu just really taking this fight, not really having too much of a problem with it. They don't have a dust, so they can't really kill these Huntresses very effectively because they can just shadow meld when they get low HP. Here we do see that Yumiko just doing a good job of trying to keep Dafei's Blade Master out of the combat action over here. However, it doesn't really need too much help to really win this, again, as it is just footmen. We do see that the Ancient Protector was canceled by a summon as well as some footmen, and it looks like it's going to be another one is going to be canceled, and we do have yet another one going up, and it looks like it's going to be tried to be canceled as well. This Blade Master taking quite a bit of damage, but he does manage to Windwalk. He has plenty of mana to Windwalk and continuously Windwalk. Is he going to be going down? We'll find out. It looks like that was probably Thu's hero that did just go ahead and die at level 2. The Blade Master of Dafei having a healing salve canceled on him as he runs away. Just sub 50 HP. We do see, again, Hainiu going back for this key, bashing on it. And with Huntresses, their glaives do bounce. It's very difficult to repair something like that. So we do see Yumiko's militia actually running in here, trying to reinforce this fight, and Yumiko is going to go ahead and TP. Where is he going to TP? With all of those militia, they're going to be forced to TP out as well as the footmen, and now it looks like they're going to lose this base. There's really not a lot they can do. They don't have enough units right now that can actually take this fight, and their heroes are really out of commission at this point. Will Thu lose this keep? He can't really protect it, and his Archmage is only halfway up. But you see, it looks like Thu is more interested in keeping this Arcane Tower up than this keep. We'll see what happens. And over here we can see that he's going to go ahead and throw down a Lumber Mill, but he's only tier 1 over here at his expansion. The quick question is, will he be able to pick up a second hero before this keep falls down? Now that he is actually at a keep, he is losing so many peasants trying to keep this repaired. And we do see these footmen are coming in to maybe try to stop them from attacking this keep, but it looks like that's not going to happen. They're going to go for it. They have blood in their mouths, and they've tasted victory. They're going to continue attacking this until they can kill it. Will it be the smart move? We don't know just yet. Is he going to go ahead and try to start picking up a second hero? He doesn't have quite enough money. He does now. He could grab one before that keep dies. He could begin to build. Is he going to do it? He's going to be able to run him away. Oh, is he going to stay up? I don't know. It looks like they're coming back, but it's so much. We do have Thu's bringing more peasants in here to repair. Holy crap. It's actually going to be able to stay alive. Wow, that is amazing. Just what under that? Was under 50 life, I believe, at that point. Very, very low. Oh, that was amazing. We do see that this is the fight being forced to taken away. We see a speed scroll making them run away. Is that Shadow Hunter going to go down? It's very low HP, and it's going to get hit, and it does go down. There it goes with all these footmen right here. All the footmen able to just, so many footmen, in fact, able to just keep really overwhelming their opponent. That's their strategy right here. And it works, apparently, because it worked really well last game. And as you can see, there's so many footmen, you can't really deal with it effectively with just this small number of hunts, even though you can deal with the smaller number of footmen, no problem. But I guess this is a case of the food numbers when you have so much more food. It looks like a Blade Master has gone down, and that was, it looks like Thu did go ahead and pick up a second here, and he got a Tinker from the Tavern. I did not notice that. Maybe using the Stun Rockets at level 1, which is a very effective spell to use. Interesting that he did not go with the factory. However, he is very close to level 2. Maybe he went ahead and did it to kill the Blade Master. We have these Thu's keep already back up to full HP, and we can see that his expansion running just fine, even though he did reinforce the peasants from his base with those peasants. And we do see the Tinker is now at level 2, so he probably has factory, and now he's going to be able to really do a lot of time. It's time to say, you know what, you went into my base, and now it's time for me to go into yours, and let's see who comes out on top here. We do see, however, this Orc's army is pretty nice with several raiders out, and we're going to see, yes, in fact, that is a pocket factory going down for Thu from that Tinker. And we do see Yumiko's army running away now. It looks like they don't quite want to take this fight with all these Huntresses and raiders. They could lose quite a lot, and there's no real reason to have that happen, especially with raiders on the map. Whenever raiders are on the map, you really don't want to have your army go into a critical low number, because if that happens, they can go ahead and just kill your base very quickly and easily. So that is something you have to be on the lookout for. We do see Yumiko actually still at tier 1 with double barracks and just pumping out those footmen, really just trying to keep the odds and the numbers in their favor. And as you can see, there's so many footmen out here on the map. They're doing a really good job of that. We do see Thu's Archmage is level 3, and again, we have Yumiko's Archmage at level 2, this time only using able to skill up Blizzard as well as Water Elemental. We did see a Blizzard earlier on in a fight, but I wasn't able to mention it. Whew, as we can see that this fight has come back to Thu's base. And Thu's base is the critical base because, of course, he is the one with the tier 2 techs. However, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take out Yumiko's base as well, but who knows if they can't take out Thu's, can they take out Yumiko's? I don't know. I really don't know. We just see this fight going off, and again, we do see that these Huntresses, it looks like they have the upper advantage, but again, who really knows? We do have several footmen, or several summons in the fight right now, as well as a really nicely placed Blizzard. Will this be enough? We do have an Arcane Tower and a Guard Tower actually able to hit the fight in the fight range. There is no Blade Master in this fight, which is a little bit odd, but here he comes. Speed scrolling over here. It looks like he's going to make a pit stop at that shop to go ahead and buy a scroll of healing. And is he going to come back in now? Looks like he is going to come back over here now and get this scroll of healing off, perhaps at a very good time to save several units. We'll see what happens over here. And we do see that, in fact, Yumiko's Archmage has been surrounded immediately, going ahead and TPing out. So many units that are low HP that could benefit from a scroll of healing. However, it looks like it was used when they were not quite in range. We do see Thu actually having the TP as well, and this time they have TP'd back behind the keep in the farm just to be in the safety. It looks like this Arcane Sanctum is going to go down, but there's really not too much of a danger of Thu or Yumiko losing too much more right here, because even though that will go down, they will be able to keep attacking them as they have plenty of ranged units. One interesting thing, however, is it looks like a lot of this right here, all of these buildings could go down perhaps before Thu and Yumiko are really able to do too much unless they kill one of these farms. It looks like that's what's going to be their plan. Dafei's and Hainiu's plan might just be, now that they're trapped back there, we're going to maybe go hit the other base. That might be a good idea, or hit the expansion or something. They do have options here. They do not have to keep attacking this base. And as you can see, these players are trapped here, and they are working on getting out with those the peasants going ahead and chopping down these trees. But how fast will they be able to do that? We'll find out. Will it be in time to save this expansion? This expansion could drop potentially very fast with this many raiders. We do see, looks like, what, 3 raiders, and of course they do have the siege attack, which means they do quite a bit, and we do see a 4th raider coming into play right there, and it looks like we have some priests trying to run away, but being chased by the Huntresses. A good move, I think, to sacrifice those priests is better than losing buildings, and by the time that is able to go ahead and he can come back down here with his army and fight, will he take this fight? We'll find out. It looks like this is Yumiko's Archmage now at level 3, which means he is going to also be able to provide level 2 summon support. And do we have any Spirit Walkers? No, we don't see any Spirit Walkers out on the field just at this moment in time. Here you can see the Blade Master is over here buying what? I don't think he bought anything, actually. And we do see that Yumiko went ahead and picked up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as well as a Dust of Appearance. Here we see yet another Arcane Sanctum taking a heavy amount of focus. It will go down. It looks like there's not going to be a lot to keep it up. And if that happens, here we can see that Thu has gone ahead and decided to go down, throw down 2 Arcane Sanctums and a Workshop in his base while they kind of try to flank this army right here. This is a big army. Who's going to win this fight? I don't know. It looks like it's in the Orc and the Elf's favor here. There's not really a very large army, but we do have so many summons at this point. It might be enough, and if this Tinker hits level 3, he's going to be able to provide even stronger summons, and this summons are of course AoE damage, as well as these blizzards are AoE as well. So we do see militia coming in from the back to try to help reinforce this fight, and these are Yumiko's militia in fact. And here we do see the Tinker actually taking a fair amount of damage from the Blade Master, but not really in critical shape here, not really having to worry too much. He's able to walk away fairly easily, the Blade Master being slowed at some point, not really doing as much damage. And here we do see these wisps coming in here to try to drain mana as well as kill summons, and doing a pretty good job of that, as well as able to dispel perhaps anything that was in their range. I'm not sure. We just see another wisp coming over here, and the wisps are very vital to something when they're the whole defense right here that we see from them, from Thu and from Yumiko, is going to be that they need to hold off with their summons, and we do see a Pocket Factory being placed just out of reach, which is going to allow those goblins to come out there and just do a lot of work. Here we can see that Thu has hit level 4 on his Archmage. He has got level 2 Brilliance Aura, and looks like they're going to be able to push him off pretty well. The question is, are they being pushed off, or are they simply backing off? That is the question. This isn't a very large army right here. However, the question is, can they just come over here and do some damage here without having to worry too much about things? Look back over here at Yumiko's base really quickly. We can see he's actually managed to hit tier 2 by now, and he's now still pumping out footmen from double barracks, but at tier 2 it will allow him to get a second hero, and if he needs to, tech buildings, and Thu could always feed him, and they could get the same army. Here we do see it looks like a mortar team is out in play. That's really nice for these fights where these are able to protect the mortar team without really having too much of a risk of losing it, and just do loads of damage from out in the range. As you can see, it does do a fair amount of damage, 52 to 64. It's going to do a lot of damage, and it's an AoE, so definitely really good for against these. And I don't believe they take too much damage from siege, and it looks like, yeah, the raiders do take less damage from siege. However, huntresses do take extra damage from siege, so it's definitely a very useful unit to have in these sort of fights. We can see there are multiple mortar teams out now. That's going to be able to keep this this push, I should say, the siege at bay. Perhaps slightly ironically with some siege units, but either way, I guess it makes sense. Here we do see that this is Thu's army, and here comes the orc and the elf coming down here. We're going to see perhaps a pocket factory and a summon going down. Here we can see some pretty nice positioning by Thu to really keep that army from going ahead and putting any kind of serious pressure out onto Thu's heroes, which is a really nice thing. Here we do see that Dafei has decided, you know, I'm going to kill this arcane tower if I can, and we do see several more scout towers being used. However, it's an interesting one right here, this one by Thu, which actually goes ahead and blocks his other stuff right here. You won't be able to retreat if at all now at this point, and it looks like that Tinker is going to take a lot of damage. Is it going to go down? It uses a healing potion. Will it buy a healing scroll or a TP or something? No, in fact, it just dies. Unfortunate, and that is morally, a lot of that comes down to that guard tower placement. I'm not a big fan of that, but not a big deal. So it is actually even going to go down, so unfortunate, but it does do a good job of blocking their army as well from coming in, so it is going to have to go down. We do see a lot of focus maybe going on into these towers while they build. Raiders aren't nearly as effective while towers are building, but once they are up, they do a fairly good amount, though they don't take extra damage from siege. As you can see, that's just heavy armor that takes extra damage from magic attacks. Here we do see this fight is not really looking too good for the orc or the elf at this point. The humans are just kind of being ragtagged, but they are actually managing to pull out here, and it looks like they're going to get to victory. Here we do see Thu's Archmage is level 5. We're going to see level 3 Torn Water Elementals, and here comes a TP from Yumiko to bring in the rest of his army, and in fact he's going to go ahead and start blizzarding, casting Blizzard, and doing a pretty good job to take those out. And it looks like the orc and the elf have pretty much been pushed back at this point, and the human army getting very large now, so able to really push these guys back with a lot of significant force like they were able to earlier on in the game. Are they going to be able to get a TP off or a surround off? They do get a surround off. However, the Keeper of the Grove did have a staff of teleportation, was able to actually TP out. It looks like what we're going to see happen here is the Blade Master running away, but it's not going to really matter too much. GG is called, and it looks like the Blade Master is slightly surrounded here. Not enough mana to Windwalk, but again, GG was called, so that is good game. Thu and Yumiko winning 2-0. So a good WFDC game series. I definitely enjoyed both of them. I hope you guys did too. If you did, you know what you can do. You can like them, you can subscribe or comment, leave some feedback if you didn't like them. Tell me what you didn't like, whatever. However you all want to leave feedback, it's always good, and I always read it, and I may not always respond, but I do try to. So I will say that, and I'll go ahead and give you guys the leaderboards, the score, whatever, if you want to watch that, and then we'll be seeing theirs in the game 3, so I'll see you next time.